Hi friends, today this is the first video on the series of reasoning. So we are taking up some unique questions. So our first question will be, if we add up speed 3 times, it is equal to kills, and we have to find out what number does speed represent to. Okay, so the given inputs are, first, all the letters represent values between 0 to 9. Those letters represent unique value between 0 to 9, and letter E is equals to 5. Now to solve this, our three data that we have is this, with an equation that is given as SPEED SPEED SPEED. If we add these up, this gives us as KILLS. so let's take up with this summation. So if d plus d plus d is S, it means S is either the summation of these three values of d, or it is the unit place of the summation of these digits. So this is our first thing that we need to keep in mind, that S is either the summation or it is the unit place of the summation of these values. So it will be unit place of the summation of these values if d will be greater than or equal to 4, because if d is equals to 3, it will sum up to 9. That will be the total summation. So if we want, if we have a carry forward situation, that will only occur if d is greater than or equal to 4. So this is one thing that we need to know, but this is not very much relevant to the question right now. Now since we have E is equals to 5, so E plus E plus E means 15 should be the unit place of either the unit place or the summation should be L. So since E is already 5, L cannot be 5, and their summation are 15 whose unit place is 5. So there is something that is coming in carry from adding these three. So from this we have an equation that d is greater than 3. Okay, so we will take up our assumptions one by one. So this is our first. Also, since this L and L are equal, so if there is some carry forward, it can be either 1 or 2. Why 2? Because if these values, if the value of d is greater than 3, then obviously it will give some carry forward as 1. But if the value is greater than 6, let's suppose 7, then this will give a carry forward of 2. So the carry forward will be either 1 or 2. Similarly, if these three add up to L and these three add up to L, so there is obviously a carry forward of 1 if these threes are 5. So 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15, either 1 or 2. So it will make either 16 or 17. So in both the cases, the carry forward is only 1. So if this L and L are equal, so similarly 1 should be the carry forward from adding D. So we will our next value is that D is less than 7, because if D is 7 or greater than 7, then there will be a carry forward of 2 that will disqualify for these two values of L being equal by adding the values of E into it. Okay, so we have these two values. So D is either 4, 5 or 6. 6, since 5 is already taken, so we have already 4 and 6 for D. So if D is 4, S will be 2, and if D is 6, then S will be 8. Okay, now let's move on to our S. So S should be less than 4. Why? Because if you go to the last section, K is also a digit between 0 to 9. The maximum value of K is 9. So if I add up, if the S value of S is greater than 3, it will destabilize the value of K. So K, since less than equal to 9, implies S should be less than equal to 3. Since we have only two values of S with corresponding to D, so we will take up the value S is equals to 2 as our valid value. So now what are the values that we have? So our E is equals to 5 from question. D was either 4 or 6, for which S was 2 and 8. Since 8 is disqualified, hence 6 is disqualified. So we have E, D and S as 5, 4 and 2 respectively. Now L is equals to 6 because E was 5. It is clear from the question itself, because there was one carry forward. It was 15 plus 1 of carry forward is 16, so L is 6, which is also satisfied in adding these three E. Now coming to P and I and K. Okay, so there is also a carry forward of 1 from here. So 3 times P plus 1 is equals to unit place of I or the value of I. Okay. So now we will have to take up some hidden trial here. So let's assume so we have value of S. So K is equals to 3 times S plus any carry forward. Okay, so I'm leaving it here right now. I'm coming to 3P plus 1 of the carry forward. That will make our I. Okay, so what can be the values of P? We have not taken any value as 0 yet. We have not taken any value of 1 yet. We have 2 reserved for S. We have 3 as vacant. We have 4 taken, 5 taken, 6 taken. We have 7. We have 8 and we have 9. Okay, so if P is equals to 0, then I is equals to 1. If P is equals to 1, I is equals to 4, but 4 is already taken by K, so this is nullified. If P is equals to 3, I is equals to 0. Okay, which will give a carry forward of 1. If P is equals to 4, I cannot take P as 4. I can take P as 7. So if P is 7, then I will be 2. So I cannot be 2, so this is disqualified. So if P is 8, I is 5. Disqualified, E is already 5. If P is equals to 9, I is equals to 8, and the carry forward of 2. Okay, so we have if P is 0, I is 1. Okay, if P is 3, I is 0, carry forward as 1. Okay, now let's verify with the value of K. 3, since S plus S plus S is equals to 6, and the carry forward should satisfy the value of K. So K is equals to 3 times of S is 6 plus a carry forward of 1. So if there is a carry forward of 0, K will be 6. If there is a carry forward of 1, K will be 7. If there is a carry forward of 2, K will be 8. So since this equation is coming with this equation, I8 and K8 are disqualifying each other. Okay, if P is 3, I is 0, K is 7. And if P is 0, I is 1, that gives us K is equals to 6. Since L is already equal to 6, so K cannot be 6. So this value of K is nullified. So we have P3 and I0. So we have P is equals to 3 and I is equals to 0. So the value of speed will be 2, 3, 5, 5, 4. If you like this maths question, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.